Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's me, Soul Silver Not Found. Today we're gonna go over everything Young Link or B Button Boy. This is a new style of video, as it's scripted. Shouts to Ernie. I'm going to go over aerials, kill confirm, setup, how to zone, how to combo, etc. This character is insane. I can't wait to show you how early he can kill. Let's get to the video. Combos are one of the most important things in Smash. Every character has them, no matter how small. Young Link is no exception to this. He has some of the best combos among zoners. Main combo moves are Boomerang, Fire Arrow, Fair, Bombs, and ASA GSA. Let's start with Boomerang. It's the most important move in his kit and best combo tool the zoner has. It is good for combos and approaches, which we will get to later. Boomerangs can lead into Fair, ASA, Bear, and other moves. One combo is Boomerang into Fair into another Fair, land on ledge, then Fair, then up B. It's a combo any Young Link main should learn. He also has many bomb combos into aerials and ASA, which I may cover in another video, just FYI. The other tool, which is almost as useful as Boomerang, is bombs. Now, bombs are crazy. They will get their own video, as I mentioned, but I'll go over some basics now. Bombs aren't as useful or as easy as links, but they're good at refreshing in the air or into an ASA or Fair Bear with a bit of timing. If you pull out a bomb whilst in the air and wait, test the timing later, then you could combo it into it easier. Young Link is a character that relies on fundamentals, so it's not essential. And that's good practice. The weight of a character factors in too, which you can also get from experience. Fire arrows are kind of broken in both zoning and combo extension. Using one with a B reverse out of a bomb or a bear is somewhat tricky and not always reliable, but it's kind of devastating. It feels amazing to pull off in game. Using one out of a fair is also good, but only works on specific characters that are typically floatier, like Puff, and isn't really practical enough to be viable, so I don't recommend that. I mentioned zoning earlier, so let's get on to that. Zoning is an integral part of Young Link's defense, and it's very important when you're at high percentages, since Young Link is on the lighter side. The two main moves are Boomerang and Fire Arrow. Both are fast, but Boomerang is definitely the go-to. Its range isn't as good as Fire Arrows, but able to bounce off angle walls or the stage. It doesn't require B reverse to be usable on both sides. As a more general tip, fast falling and good control of your movements are basically required for zoning efficiently. Zoning isn't too deep of a topic, so let's move on to something related. Matchups are important knowledge to any player. So let's move on to that. I say this is related because zoning is integral to a character, and it won't work against some characters like Captain Falcon or any rushdown character. Since projectiles are important to the character, anything can shut them down, like a rushdown or a reflector. Kinda is a losing matchup in most cases, so top tiers like Wolf are really hard for Young Link. Thankfully, he has sword moves, though they aren't too ranged. Like everything here, this comes back to Boomerang. Similar to its nature, Boomerang is required for approaching enemies, approaching against these characters to get with the sword. LX Link has many good videos about that, which may apply to Young Link, so go check those out. He's really good against characters like DK, Ganon, Bowser, and any character with no projectile or low mobility. He's strict against characters like Puff or Pella who don't spam Nair. However, the worst matchup has to be Wolf in my opinion. He has good mobility, fast, and a reflector, and a projectile. He is a hard counter to Mr. B Button, since he is a high tier and has a lot of wins on a good old matchup chart, so he's a solid pick for all you tier whores out there. This was a joke, please don't hurt me. For more information on matchup charts, as I'm not the most knowledgeable about it, go check out like Mewtwo King. Quick plug, check out my Discord server in the description. Now watch the next segment. As an indirect segue, I mentioned approach in the matchup section, so let's do that now. The two main approach options Young Link has are Fire Arrows and of course Boomerang. Throwing them out haphazardly isn't a good strategy. So try to jump high then Boomerang downwards, supplemented by an arrow. While we're on the topic of downward dare, which is ridiculously good, I forgot to mention this earlier, so please forgive me. Combos as well as approach. Any good approach needs the player to have mastered the movement with seamless transitions between between short hops and fast falls, with dash dances in between. So practice those fundamentals. I am a very offensive player who relies on combos, whereas Ernie isn't as good as combos, but has amazing fundamentals. To supplement your offensive approach, how about learning how to stop your opponent, huh? Out of shield is one of the most fundamental tactics in Smash, and Young Link has a good game there. Your main OSS tool and are Nair, and say it with me, boys, Boomerang. Nair is an amazing get off me tool and OSS tool, or OOS tool. So make sure to utilize that a lot. Boomerang isn't as simple as Nair, so make sure you jump away first. That was a good segue, so let's talk about Boomerang, Tether, and other Link things. Boomerang is Ernie's favorite thing about the Links, and it's more complicated than it seems. You can actually direct it in angles and it bounces off the stage. This adds strategy to it. You can do amazing ledge traps by dropping bombs and boomeranging it, or time and plan the angle and speed at which the bomb hits the stage to cover all ledge options. Moving on to Tether, outside of grabbing, you can use it to make air control the offstage play, which combined with arrows and bombs, spacers like Martha and Lucina, or Boomerang and ASA, makes Young Link pretty dominantly in the air against character, unless it's a character like Puff or the spacers like Martha and Lucina. Even though Lucina doesn't do any spacing. Anyway, obviously you can use it to grab onto the stage as a mix-up, but let's move on. You may have heard me use ASA or GSA a lot, and if you're newer to this character, you may be wondering what those are. Well, ASA stands for Aerial Spin Attack. This is when his up B is used in the air and is often used for killing off stage, or reversing to turn you from the edge guard E to the edge guarder. GSA is Grounded Spin Attack, which is up B when grounded is used for extending combos and actually kill confirms in the up air at higher expense. Note that you have to adjust DI and weight, but it works on everyone. Anyway, let's move on. Neutral is a third of the game. So if a character has bad neutral, they probably aren't very good. Luckily, this doesn't apply to Young Link. He has an amazing neutral thanks to fire arrows and the do-it-all tool. Get ready for it. Boomerang. Fire arrows travel far and start combos. They are also fast, but Boomerang is a tad bit more versatile but slower. Though harder to use as it bounces off the ground, Young Link can camp with those moves until one hits. At that point, you can use fair to land to fair to fair, then up B and you win the stock. Such a dumb character, oh my gosh. This isn't true, but it's somewhat hard to DI. A thing to do in neutral is run with a thing not to do in neutral is rushing with a dash attack or grab, but down tilt and up tilt really good for catching opponents and then comboing them to death. Overall, it's a really strong neutral game, although you're going to have some problems against reflectors in long range. So characters like Min, totally beat him in the neutral. With that out of the way, let's get to the disadvantage state. Who likes the disadvantage state? Nobody. But Young Link can get out of it quick with down tilts, 8 frames startup, or his Nair being 4 frames. So if you get him in a combo, be prepared to get Nair into down tilt and a fair. So keep him in a disadvantage to keep your guard up. If you see him slipping out of a combo, wait for an air dodge or Nair and punish it with fair or Boomerang. Advantage state. So the glorious advantage state. And Young Link is good at getting to it. Earlier I talked about his combos. Well, it's safe to say they shine. And what you're going to want to do is go for Boomerang. Like, literally every part of this character is Boomerang. Bombs, and then down tilt. These are your combo starters. They will be getting your damage and kills. And Boomerang is the go-to. Like always. Your first choice should always be Boomerang, as it leads to combos, kills, everything. Literally, it can lead you to marriage. To keep advantage state, you're going to want to do Boomerang into the fair combos as it does good damage. It's hard to punish if you miss it, and leads to kills. Though you don't want to die, then don't use the up B unless it's towards the stage at an angle, or if you want to style. It is also important to keep an eye on your opponent's movement to avoid unnecessary damage, as if they can challenge you in the air or state you're in. Conclusion. Overall, Young Link is a very good character, but not invincible. He has a great air game and is very good at long distance. He's a great character. I hope if you're an inspiring main, I hope this helps. Make sure to subscribe and like the video if you found it helpful or good. If you don't, or don't, it's your choice. Congrats to Ernie who made the script outside neutral, advantage, intro, disadvantage. He had it in a tweet. He told me not to promote anything since he's locked out of his YouTube. So I won't, but still, big thanks. This was my first scripted video, so sorry if it's kind of choppy and I miss things at times. Thank you all for watching. I was kind of experimenting with this video, so I hope you all like it. Thank you all for watching, and Silver out.